Yeah.
Yep. So we are live. I'll just wait for a minute. So earlier, I know you were available in the evening as well, but I was like, today is 14th of Feb, right? So everyone would be busy probably with, so I said, okay, let's shift it to afternoon. And plus, it's the weekend.
Right.
ठीक है. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, we are live. I'll just So, hi everyone. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining in on the Finance Story LinkedIn Live series. So, today we have with us a very exciting person, which is Mayank Lakhani, who's a co-CEO of Nexdigm. So, Nexdigm has a very interesting story, which we will, of course, speak with Mayank in depth and understand more about it. But to give you a little bit of an idea, it's a leading professional services group in India with a team of over 1,700 folks supporting businesses across 50 plus countries. And also, Mayank has a very interesting career. He started out with Deloitte, and then he moved to Nextime way back in 2007. So it's almost like a 15-year plus journey. So I'm really excited to welcome and speak to Mayank and really understand, why is the Nextime so bullish about the professional services space, about the advisory consulting space, and how are they actually looking at global clients, expanding globally while being in India and also starting offices overseas. So, Mayank, thanks a ton for your time and thank you for being here. Thank you. Oh, okay.
My pleasure, Chantal, and good morning to the people in Dubai and good afternoon to the people in India.
Thank you. And everyone who's joined in, thanks a lot for your time. You can always type in your questions and we will take it right away. Okay. So, Mayank, my first question for you, I really want to ask you about a little bit about your career goal when you were starting out. Back in 2007, 6, okay, a lot of people would not want to be in the big four, but you moved to, a very, to an Indian firm per se, right? Which is now Nextdigm. So, would you want to take us back a little bit and tell us what was your strategy?
Right. No, Chantal, thank you for asking this question. And so let me start with. So when I qualified as a chartered accountant, I always had an entrepreneur drive in my mind, and always had a thought process of building something on my own. After joining organizations like Deloitte, I thought that it's a time for me to take a leap, and I thought I had two options. One is either I start freedom that will like an entrepreneur, but using that platform rather than starting on your own shop. Now, when I started, I was not sure that whatever strategy I want to implement, whether I'll be able to implement. It was a risk-based decision that, but after 2 years, I immediately realized maybe this is the right place for me because the kind of space they gave it to me to explore my entrepreneur mindset was great. Now, the strategy, I know when I came, I had two strategies. One, I wanted to grow the organization horizontally, as well as I wanted to grow the organization vertically. Now, what does it mean?
Yep.
So when I say vertically, you go deeper into the existing service line. And when I say
Yeah.
horizontally, it means you expand your service line into a service line which is complementary to existing service line or a completely new service line, and also go beyond your geography. Now, this is the one strategy. The second is there are some principles with which Chantal I joined. And I'll very quickly explain those 5 principles, and probably that will help you my career journey and the long-term strategy. The
Yeah.
first one was retiring from your role every few years. When I say retiring from your role, so you are retiring from what you've been doing and you are allowing someone else. Now you can be only free when you are able to delegate or when you are
Yeah.
able to give space to the others to do your work, then you can become a redundant. And third is the relationship management, which probably is the heart of building a business line or a professional service world in the country. The fourth is the decision making. Now, I'm a firm believer of taking a decision, yes, with well thought through process, but not doing too much of paralysis of analysis. It's okay to take a wrong decision rather not taking a decision. I
Yep.
think that is something which was a strategy. And a fifth is a judgment, which only comes with experience and with a gray hair, which I don't have yet. But I make sure that I have people around me who is that experience who can guide us and
Yeah.
hold our hand. So I think that was a strategy with which I joined, and I took that challenge of moving out of a big firm to a very small organization at that point in time.
Yep, yep. So well explained. Thank you for this. Mayank, when I understand, so okay. So let me ask you this question. I was supposed to ask you this later on, but can you tell us a little bit more about Nexdigm? You said you joined a little organization back in 2007. It's no longer little. It's one of the leading, right? So give us an overview about Nextdigm, its journey. What is the focus areas right now? The service lines you have. I know the team size, and how many offices do you have? And if you could also tell us, when did the expansion happen? You said vertical, horizontal. When did this journey actually shape into what it is today? Okay.
Okay. So,
Okay.
let me start. So, when in 2007, probably we would be, am I audible, Chantal, to you right
Yes, you are
now? So,
audible, but it's fine. There could be a little bit. Yeah, you are audible. There could be a little bit of a time a gap, because sometimes at firms they jam the network. So I think that could be there, but it's okay. It's fine.
okay,
Okay.
okay, got it.
Yeah.
Understood. No, so as you said, the size of the firm right now is 700, 800 plus people.
Yeah.
But as far as the locations
Yeah.
are concerned, owned by us. These are not
Okay.
through association or a network or an alliance. These are 100% owned by us. And within India, we have 5 locations, which is and Pune being the largest office,
Okay.
what we have. But we also have
Okay.
a sales representative office in Japan and Canada. Okay.
Wow.
Now, see, we have 2 major service lines. One is the professional service, and secondly is the audit, as we move
Yeah.
forward. So, within professional services, Chantal, we have different type of service lines. So, we
Mayank,
have
you know what?
consulting and
Mayank.
advisory services, which is like a procurement consulting, a supply chain
Okay.
consulting, analytics, which is like
Okay.
using AI and ML for a solutioning for a customer. We have CFO advisory, we have risk management, post-merger integration, program management. Now, these services which I'm talking about are different from what other advisory services which a firm will have, like an M&A or a transaction advisory, transaction support. Of course, we have all those, the tax, the indirect tax, all those services which we have. But what has helped us is the different type of service lines which we have, created over a period of last decade, and that has really helped us to differentiate as well as move much faster. Now, if you look at the journey, Chantal, is you know, uh, what we have done in the last couple of decades is we have created a lot many entrepreneurs. So we have given a platform. We allowed a person to drive within the overall governance of the organization their entrepreneurship drive, and that has helped them to grow the business within the organization by using the firm's infrastructure. Second is that we could get customers from various countries. And you said, right, we have customers from 50 countries now. That has not come just automatically. There has been a lot
Yep.
of time which has been invested abroad by doing alliance, tie-ups, the road shows. We have done maybe hundreds of road shows for helping companies to do a business in India. It's like doing business in India, kind of a road shows which we used to do it. And more than quite often, we'll have few people always working in some of the other countries. Then we realized after a few years that as we are serving lot many MNC customers, they wanted us to be there closer to them rather than serving them sitting in India. And that's where the birth of international expansion started in 2016. I started serving customers
Uh,
since 2012.
Mayank, you know what? Hmm. Mayank, your camera is breaking.
Yeah.
Like I can, it's getting too delayed. You know, this happens usually when the network is of a CA firm, because for security and stuff like this, it does happen. So Mayank, if you would, because you're really sharing some great insights and everyone's really keen, do you think we should like reschedule this?
Let
Do
me
you
call
feel,
my IT guy. Just 1 minute.
or we could reschedule it? Because this, I have been through this before, the network issue at firms. It's normal. So,
Just 1 minute. Let me just call
okay,
my
done.
IT guy.
Done. No problem.
Maybe.
Hi, everyone, and all
Just
of you
one
who
minute.
are watching.
I'm the IT guy.
Um,
Yeah, just
if we cannot do it today, we'll do it again. But I mean, don't worry. It's,
just a moment. We are trying
yeah,
to do.
yep. You know, but it's very interesting that you guys did road shows and all of that. So don't want to miss out on this info.
Chantal, is this better? I don't know whether if this
It will.
helps.
This helps. This helps. I'll just wait for a second. Or if it's freezing again. No, this is better.
Okay.
But it's
Okay.
again
Perfect.
taking,
Maybe.
you know what? It's again lagging.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
So
But so, you know, we could
maybe I don't know.
reschedule this.
Maybe
Yeah, we can
we have
reschedule
changed
this.
the Wi-Fi network. I don't.
Maybe because this is an external streaming, so your
Okay.
system could have, you know, flagged it. It's possible. Yeah, it's frozen. So Mayank, it's not a problem. I mean, we could do one thing. We could
Okay.
reschedule this for any other time. You can let me know. Even if you want to do this, say whenever you're available in the evening around 6:37. Even if at home, when you're at home, I'm cool with it. The location doesn't matter.
Okay. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah.
This is going. अलर्ट हो गया कनेक्ट ये कनेक्टेड अच्छा डिस्कनेक्ट